Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody? Having a fun, what day is it? Tuesday? Is it Tuesday today? Having a fun Tuesday so far? So today we're doing a wee bit of composing on the piano, which is, yeah. This is a Nord Stage 3. It's got a new piano sample on it, White Grand. It's their latest, and I am in love with it. It sounds really nice. Excuse me, I'm eating my breakfast. I thought I'd hop on. I caved. I got a bacon roll. This is Eleanor Nicholson on the playlist. This is a song of hers called Alive. This is a playlist of music that I've recorded or helped make in one way or another, or played on. And you'll hear the lovely voice of my best friend, Paul Martin, who moved away from the island, who's living in Glasgow, who we miss very much. Lovely song. I like the minor verses and the major uplifting choruses. Please say hello in chat if you've hopped in. We're going to start composing in a minute. I'm just opening up Pro Tools. So I've got I'm going to make a nice little theme for a piano. Morning, Lewis. How are we doing today? Did you have breakfast? You want some coffee? I know eating on stream, it's so professional, isn't it? That's me. I'm professional. So it's hard to work Pro Tools. Get Pro Tools ready while I've only got one hand. Suppose I'll let you see. So I'm just opening up a project and I'm choosing my tracks. So Nord, and I'm also going to do a MIDI channel. I'm going to call it Nord MIDI. The reason I'm doing that is if my playing isn't perfect, I know Shock Horror, that I can just tweak the MIDI, send the MIDI back into the keyboard and let the keyboard play again, but correctly. I'm going to make a master channel, and I'm going to make a reverb channel just in case I need to get creative. All good here. Enjoy. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So I was planning to be on later. I was planning to be on after lunch, but I get work in like the day before or overnight, and it's a bit late coming today. So I thought I'll use the time to do this now, and then once it comes in, I've got time to do it later. I'm also doing some tutorials on vScene. So it's pretty much similar to this, but to a class. To a class. They should just jump on here, but it's a two-way thing. So I'll see them. They can ask me questions with their face. Oh, I haven't heard this in a while. Play It Cool Donny. The name Play It Cool Donny came from a friend of ours, Donny Mackay, known as Donny Disco, local legend. So he played drums with this band Face the West for a while, and he would just get overexcited and speed up and speed up and speed up. So that's kind of the vibe of this set of tunes. It was rapido, and the one at the end speeds up and speeds up and speeds up. We thought it was a nice little homage. Did I use that word correctly? So one thing I always do is I always put the Nord channel in bright red. because well, it's bright red. Find it quickly. Producers and their color choices are important, I think. A tidy studio is a happy studio. That synth is an Axis Vitus. Really good one. A KC. Nice. Good morning, Alistair. How are you doing today? You like the box plane? So I have to choose the channel for the keyboard, which is 11 and 12 through my desk here. There you go. She's alive. So I got sent a couple of tunes, a couple of like ideas for this composition to make it similar to. So they were sent by two different people involved in the same project. So when you get into that kind of situation, you pick out what one person feels is good about their track, and you pick out what's good about the other track. And sometimes you find a middle ground. Sometimes you pick the worst out of both by accident. But sometimes you just go with your own experience. I've got an idea myself, so maybe just jump onto that. Who knows? Having a much less tasty breakfast than you before heading back to Inverness. I'm planning on listening to your Witterings to pass the journey. Lovely. Yeah, I shouldn't have had this. No regrets though, no regrets. Okay, this is me on the piano at around 2007. I was eager. I was very eager. I can't remember this. I have to learn it. We haven't played that one in a while. Hear that really crunchy piano sound? That's the Corgan one. A staple of the Face the West sound. Really belly, really like hammery, percussive. Ha! Yeah, nuts. I apologize to everybody. Fun times. Okay. Thank you very much, Keith from 13 years ago and the band. So here we are, and I've got to do something here because it doubles up. It's kind of a weird thing where I have to choose Nord Stage 1. Lied. Try Nord Stage Alt. Mute it. It's a weird situation. There we go. So I've got to. It's really hard today. I've got to make something, and it's from a place that is not me. So sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't. So yesterday I kind of had this idea. But we realized it was too close to something else. So or too close to loads of stuff, but nothing in particular, you know. So I'm changing it. And I had an idea. I wasn't sure whether to go 3/4, so like, or to go 4/4. You know, I was trying to decide between the two. But then I thought, why? You know. So I've decided to do both, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3/4 on my right hand, and I'm going to do 1/2 on my left hand, like on the right hand. So 1, 2, 3, and then. Maybe something like that. And then I can change. I kind of want it to blend together, but I'm not sure if I should change. I really like the melody. I want to keep the melody. It needs to be kind of cute, but kind of thoughtful at the same time. So my issue is this. It was too close to Adele, and it was too close to some Pixar stuff, which is where my head is at most days because of my children. I wonder if I can go picture in picture. It's too small. Okay. Hear the kind of vibe I'm trying to go for. That's a bit too discorded, maybe. this is kind of how I do it. I just play around. I just play around and remember my central theme. I love this. So I'm just trying to find a life and the harmonies and the rhythm without. I wanted to be a melody that a child could play with one hand. But at the same time, I want the left hand to be able to get busy. Hang on for 2 seconds. I'm gonna have a quick listen to what I was messing around with in the piano this morning. So that's the rhythm I had earlier. And then I'm gonna, that's it, I got it. Okay, I love that. I love it, I love it, I love it. So what I'm gonna do is, before I forget it, I'm gonna get it down as quick as I can. So I'm just gonna hit record with no click just now. And it's just gonna be my scratch track. I'm gonna record it properly with a click in a second. Second part. Just to give me an idea. Listen back to that and get a tempo. Helps when it's not muted, eh, boys and girls? Actually in the right tempo. I think I like this. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do two hands for the backing and then do a third hand, my right hand, for the melody. So if I just practice along with it. Okay, I actually had it in my head to do it faster, but it's nice like that too. It's nice slow. In my head was... If I could play it. Cool. I got it. I got it. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to leave this here. I'm not going to mess with it so it doesn't mess the MIDI. And I'm going to pretend the track starts here. And I like the tempo 120. That's kind of what I found in the BPM. I'm going to create a click track. I'm going to have it down here after the reverb. But not so loud. Let's just have a chill Tuesday morning. And what I'm going to do is the rhythm's all over the place because it's 3/4 and 4/4. So this is the metronome here, and you can change the volume and change anything you want to hear. So I'm going to change the way the click's going. Click, cluck, cluck, cluck. So I'm changing that to cluck, 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 cluck instead of click, cluck, cluck, cluck. Just the same. Where is it? Classic. There it is. Classic click. So we don't know where the beginning of the bar is because that might get confusing. Just let it roll round, and I'm going to put a starting point here, just so I can tell quickly. And I'm going to change the grid to half, so it's easy. It's easy for me to click on it. So I'm going to start with. Maybe 4 times. Maybe I need an intro one first. So. Second part. Round again. First part. Second part. First part. Let it roll. Okay, so as you can see here, as well as recording the audio straight from the keyboard, I've recorded the MIDI as well. So these are the messages that I've basically it says which key I've pressed for how long and how hard, and if I'm pressing the sustain pedal or not. So I messed up a wee bit playing that. So if I want to keep that take, what I can do is I can just tweak the MIDI, fix my mistakes through that, and then re-record it without me touching the keyboard. It's quite handy. Duplicate. I'm going to duplicate this, but I'm going to take off these so I get the same settings, and this is going to be Nord lead. So basically keeping it separate. I'm also going to need a Nord lead MIDI channel in case I mess that up, which I will. So just now I'm just going to play along just to see if it feels right, and I need to decide whether it's going to be like fast da 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 da, or whether it needs to be slow, like half the time, basically. turn off this MIDI coming back. That's not it. That's it. Okay. Let me know what you're all thinking, if this is nice and relaxing or annoying or what. Need to mute this. It's come through twice. I need to make a second part as well. I might keep it simple like that, like a song. I think I like that tempo better. Nice. Yeah, I'm going for that. I really like that. If I could learn my own bloomin' melody, that might make everything better. Right, Renegade. Whoop, whoop. I liked so much of that. Sorry, I wasn't talking much. I was like super concentrating. I've had too much coffee for this gentle stuff. My heart was racing. Do not mess up. Do not mess up. So there's a wee bit of piano error here, and I'll have to double check back at this. But man, I'm happy. I'm really happy. So what I need to do is I need to make, this is kind of the more complicated one. And then once I finish that, I might make a more simple one. Like, I love the sound of the Nord. Doesn't sound tacky like most. For the MIDI, if you use it, do you have a piano VST recommend? Yeah, I actually have a couple. It depends what kind of genre of music. I love... This doesn't work with hard stuff or heavy stuff, but see if you just need a couple of piano notes, like it would work quite well with this. But if you're looking for real piano texture, I really love this one. Not that one. Where is it? This one here. So, Imperfect Samples is the name of the company. And this is it's basically it's a piano that's been sampled. That's not perfect, and that's so rare. And sometimes if you want something that sounds real, but bear in mind it sounds worse, but on purpose. I mean, this is a 1908 Steinway, so let's hear what it sounds like. It just sounds real. Once you start hitting it hard and getting busy with it, it gets a bit phasey. It doesn't really lock in, but see if it's by itself. Doesn't it sound lovely? All that wooden knocking noises and everything. So yeah, I'd highly recommend this one. But it doesn't work for everything, and I think that's what I find with a lot of pianos, really. Even the Nord, like if you find a piano sample that works really well for solo stuff because it's thick and real, as soon as you put it in a busy band situation, it might just totally get lost or just not cut through. And then the piano that you love playing live that's cutting through, when you put it in a situation like this, it might be thin and harsh and horrible. So and it depends how you're playing. So this is, I don't even know how much this is, but I've used this a lot. So yeah, I've just got the basic one and it cost me £40. And I've definitely used it more than 40 times. So that's at least £1 ago. And there's another one I like, if I find in here. This CFX. Here's another good one. I use this a lot too. But it's Abbey Road Studios. But what I don't like about this one is really it's really memory and CPU intensive. So sometimes when I put that in a track, it starts getting a bit buggy. But what I do is I'll record it, right? This is what we used to do in the olden days all the time. I'll record it and then I'll bounce down the instrument into a waveform like this, and then it's not using any. So you just got to be, what's the word? You just got to take your time and get it right, or take your time and get the MIDI right, and then bounce it down and you're good to go. And you're good to go. So, let's fix this MIDI. I'm just going to mute the main Nord, and I'm going to unmute that backing I did. And we're going to hop in and have a listen. This should play back. There you go. So what's happening right now is these notes on the screen are going through the USB cable that's connected to the Nord, and it's playing the piano just now. So if I change the patch on the piano, it would change the sound. And I'm not too upset about not being on the click. I wanted it to flow when I was recording. That's why I didn't have the click too loud. But I've just got to fix wrong notes. This is what's really good about the Nord. See all this stuff? I'm playing really gently and it's recognizing it as gentle notes. Sometimes when you get cheap MIDI controllers, they're all bouncing up high or near zero, and it's hard to get a feel. I felt that was a bit draggy. That one. So I'll just take these two. They're a little quiet, probably because I was late. I don't want to upset anyone. Make sure we're saved. Split the difference maybe. Oh no, this one's a bit quick. And this one. And these guys. So I rushed there for a second, trying to catch up. Yeah, I'm happy. That sounds good. Oh, did I miss one? See this note? It's missing. So I'm just going to hold Alt, click it, and drag it to where it should be. A wee bit late, so I missed it again. What a guy. And this one's a bit late. These aren't together. See, you can really go to town. But I'm quite happy that it's slightly out. Morning, Sean Harrison. How are you? How's the little one? The little tenor? And Callum Blaine. Hello, hello, hello. Good hello to you too, sir. I'm composing. So if you were in the stream yesterday, as Sean was, I had an idea in my head, but it sounded like everything else. So I've changed it. I've changed the rhythm. I've kept the melody. So I'm doing this like my left hand was doing let me show you. My left hand was doing a 1-2 thing, but my right hand was going together. And that's what it turns into. So now, because I can't play, I never could play, just good at hiding it. I'm going through the MIDI and I'm fixing my mistakes. So I missed a note here, if you can see that whole line there. It happens sometimes when you're playing gently. Your finger just doesn't go all the way down. And this one's really quiet. So I can just pull the velocity up here. Thank you. Missed a note. Now, when I was playing the backing, when I was recording it here, I wasn't sure how many parts to do of which. And then something in my brain went, don't care about it, because I hadn't designed the melody yet. And I was going to design the melody whether it would work on the major chords at the beginning or the minor chords of the second part. So it would work on starting on the F major or the D minor, the relative minor. Because I want this I want this melody to feel different based on the different harmonies underneath it. It gives you options. That was a bit late. And I missed a note. Did I? Yes. So that wasn't late, it was just me. Bit early now maybe. So this is it. This is my life. Like big gestures of creativity and then many hours of perspiration getting it perfect or close to, or better. missed a note. My mother would love this. This is the type of music she would scream at me from the kitchen to play. Now, am I missing? No. I want to hear that note better. So I'm just gonna grab it and maybe both of them and pull them up. Too early. This one's too loud now. When you come off stuff and deciding on dynamics, sometimes that means everything. A bit much, maybe. I'm going to pull down the one before it because I'm trying to get it to compensate for this loud guy here. There we go. I think this is the end. Cool. So what we have here is I'm going to make a playlist of this track here, which means I can take the original track and pull it down. But that's wrong now. It's got all the headers. So I'm going to hit record and I'm going to record. This MIDI channel is sending these MIDI notes to my keyboard, which is here. And then this keyboard's going to be playing without me touching the keys. And we're going to record it back into here. All by itself. I don't have to do anything. Cool, huh? Do you have a plan for this, Keith? Sounds like a great piece of instrumental for TV or film. Suits a kid running in slow-mo with a kite. Vitamin C gummies for kids. Yes, absolutely. So this is a commission. So I'm making this for someone else. It already has a life before it's begun. I like that. I like it when it has a destiny chosen rather than getting created into the ether for nothing. I can't say what it is, but I'll show you once it's done. Or direct you to the right place. So once this is finished, we'll hop onto the lead and have a look at that. Make sure that's played well enough. What I like about this is I played it with two hands, but once the lead's in, if you don't think about it too much, it sounds like you've played it in one go, all three parts, because it's kind of gelling together. If you don't analyze it, I think that's the plan. I want it to sound like someone's just playing all of it, and it's just a really cool rhythm they're doing with their hand. Written to higher, awesome. Do you know This Year's Love was composed to higher? Was it really? What was his name again? David Gray? Your biggest inspiration? As he said, his biggest song, but cost him nothing emotionally. There you go, everyone. Lesson learned. Don't put your heart into anything. Do it for money. Do it for the money. Only kidding. So here's the lead part. I'm not sure if it's perfect. What I'm going to do is... so this is good enough for me now up here. So this left hand is ready for delivery. Now I'm going to listen to this bottom one here. I'm going to listen to the MIDI rather than the actual recording. I'm going to put the actual recording away unless I don't have to touch anything, which is unlikely. So I'll mute that. We need to unmute this so we can hear it, and let's make sure. I like to play the MIDI against the audio and everything to make sure that there's no delay. Sometimes there's a wee delay going from MIDI to keyboard back into the computer, just latency. So we need to double check that. But at the same time, I'm going to listen to this track, listen to this melody, make sure I played it okay. I'm going to have to sort out that intro. Do you like the melody, guys? So I can tweak this on the go. So this is a bit late for me. Just a bit too loud, I think. That's a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. I need it catchy enough for kids to recognize it's a melody, but to have enough spice and flavor. For adults to like it too. Very music bugs. Oh, thanks, man. That's exactly what I was going for. When writing melodies like this, it's a really good idea to constrain yourself, if you're an instrument player, to just a small range of notes, because it makes it much more like a vocal melody. Vocals wouldn't go up and down with big jumps. I like a lot. This is too loud. So sometimes it's good to keep that in mind. There's something subconscious in the back of our brain that if you keep the melodies closer, like to travel notes wise rather than like thirds or fifths, it sticks in your head more because you can sing along to it. Whereas if it's big jumps, you can only sing along to it if you're Justin Hawkins. Lovely. That's it. Okay. So let's record that down. And then I'm going to fix the intro. And that should be us for version number 1 of this. I don't want to do too much. Just need to fix the timing there. It's important as well because I'm... What happened there? Nothing, I'm hearing things. It's important as well to involve... I am the people I'm making this for at an early stage, because if I go down a route of making this absolutely perfect and then they turn around and go, actually, this isn't what we're looking for. You got to put your ego back into its box, put the box back on the shelf and start again. And it's probably a good idea to find that out sooner rather than later. I mean, it's a nice melody and it's a nice chords, and it's a really interesting rhythm, but it might just not be right. How are you recording the same track without the plugin? Is it a bounce or a send? So what I'm doing is so it's coming out. I recorded it MIDI, so it's just a MIDI track. There's no plugin, and that is sending it to the USB, which is going in the back of here, which is playing this for me just now. So if I start playing notes, it'll start recording on here with the notes that the computer's sending. So basically this keyboard is doing all the heavy lifting rather than a plugin. It's kind of how we did it in the olden days. Having issues with CPU myself with Guitar Rig. What should Is it because is your latency way down your buffer? And do you have other plugins on? Sometimes it's better just to bypass all of your plugins like reverbs, EQs, compressors, everything like that, and just have the plugin you're working on. It'll sound worse, the backing, but it'll give you all the resources just for that plugin. Do you find it easier to write melodies when you know what the piece is being used for, or do you have a bank of ideas that you've already done in your head? Definitely the first one. I don't have a bank of melodies that I know about. I do have influences that I don't recognize, like everyone. Like, what did I listen to when I was young? What video games did I play over and over? Loops got stuck in my head. Songs I like on the radio, songs that my friends have made that I've learned, tunes that my son is learning on the piano that I have to learn too. You know, it could be anything. It could be a melody that a friend talks in, because everyone talks in a melody. You know, like everyone's got their own thing, so that might even trigger something. So, but I'm the master of adding. I'm not the master of creating from scratch. I find that quite hard. So this is as close to as I get to being successful of creating something from a blank piece of paper. But someone's come to me with the script. Someone's come to me with the idea and a couple of examples. So that's where I shine, I think. That's why I enjoy being a producer. I think if I was just sitting in a room just making stuff of my own, it doesn't really come out very good, to be honest. So that's why I don't do much of that. I try my best, like. So that's the lead down. The only thing I want to fix is this intro. So I'm going to mute the track I recorded. I don't want to hear that just now. And I'm going to unmute the MIDI. And we're going to have a look at it. I think it's the timing that's bothering me. And it's just as simple as this is too early. And this is too early. Even a bit too early. So what happened is, you can see here on the line, I sped up to catch up with the click. So I'm trying to undo that, trying to smooth it out. Note by note. So I'm okay up to here. And I think smooth that out and we're done. See, it sounds totally different now. I've taken the click out of it because I'm listening to the flow rather than listening to how close I am to a click. I'm not gutted if the rest is slightly out of time. This is it's amazing how there is so much scope to play with MIDI. Yeah, it's old technology too, huh? It was 83 or something it came out. I think I've got a Juno 6 here, and that doesn't have MIDI, and that came out in 1983. That was my my year of my birth, so this guy's as old as I am. That doesn't have MIDI, but the keyboards after that do. Yeah, it's just genius, simple. Everyone's still using it. So now I've fixed the intro, so I'm going to record this bit again. So because it's the exact same from then on, I can just grab this. I'm going to split it and bring it back up. Why is that louder? Interesting. Seems to be different, so I'm just going to record it all. I hope you like it, guys. So I'm gonna export this as is, send it to the producer, and see if it works before I mix it. What's the benefit of sending MIDI back through the keyboard? Is it just that it sounds better, or is it easier to get the sound you want? Yeah, it's just I like the sound of the keyboard. There's a bass note I missed here. I just like the sound of the keyboard. I like the Nord. So I could use a plugin, but this is better, especially because I played it on this. So what I was hearing from this, I'm changing my playing style based on, oh, I like how this string resonates with this, or I like, depending on how much bass there is in this patch, depends on how hard I play with my hands. So if I choose a different piano, I might play a totally different. There's definitely a bass note I missed. Might be a sustain pedal error here. Haha. What's with that? Ah, it's because I didn't mute the old MIDI. I was recording both. It's dangerous. See, I've got the MIDI here for the left hand and MIDI here for the right hand. And I was recording both. So that's why I was getting glitches. Fixed. So I'll record it all now. So the left hand's louder than the right hand just now because we're listening to the right hand on Pro Tools, but we're listening to the left hand through the keyboard, through the mixing desk, so that's louder. But I don't want to pull down the volume of the mixing desk because it'll change the volume of this. Well, maybe it won't. I'm not sure. I don't want to touch it. Just in case. Nice relaxing stream today, eh? Nice start to the Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, nice start to a Tuesday morning. Cup of coffee, some nice piano. Things are going to get a bit mad today. I have lots of work to do this afternoon, and a secret thing I'm filming later on tonight. Big day, B.I.G. Now the secret thing isn't hiding it from you. The secret thing is so when you see it, it means more to you. You will find out what I'm doing later, but not later. I'll tell you all about it when it comes. Just got to do some prep work, you know. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to make this nice and neat. I'm going to mute the midis so it doesn't mess with the piano, and I'm going to listen back. And that'll be my composing for today. So sit back, listen, everyone enjoy it. One last time. is exciting. If it works. So that I've got to get a balance between the left and the right. So there's more lead, so it catches you more, but at the same time you want it to sound like it's one piano. Very proud of this. I like it a lot. I think my kids would like this. So it's the same melody, but I went down to the D minor there. Gives that a different feel. D minor. E, back up to F. Now it's the same melody, but it's starting F. It's thoughtful, cute. Could be part of an adventure, but at the same time it's not scary. It's hard to get all these things balanced. And don't resolve. What comes next? Nobody knows. Well, that's it from me today, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. I've got so much to do, so I have to shoot off. I'd love to stay with you for hours, and I promise I will another time. But I just had to do this first, so this could have been a nightmare, to be honest. We could have made nothing that I liked, and it could have been just a whole hour of me playing junk and deleting. So yeah, I'm over the moon. Something nice came out of it, and we'll find out if it works for them or not. If not, we'll do this again, and we'll make something else based on some new direction. There's going to be variations of this as well, so that's like a busy version of it. We need a version of it where it's much more simple. Might need a sadder version of it, or we might need a more happy, upbeat version of it. I'm not sure. This is a first step in the process anyway. A good composer is an open and communicative composer, especially if you're making for other people. So that's the plan. And yeah, it was nice to spend a morning with my Nord, nice and chilled. And I'd better get cracking for the rest of the day. So please have a lovely time. And I'm going to be streaming tomorrow at some point. I just do not know when. I think it'll be the afternoon because I've got some tutorial video calls in the morning. So yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow afternoon at some point. Please keep up with my Instagram stories, my Facebook stories, or Twitter, and I'll let you know what time. Do not miss it. And I'll see you all there. All right. Peace out, everybody.